Howdy, and welcome to the MrMaple Show. I'm Tim Nichols of MrMaple, and today we're bringing you a walkthrough of amazing Japanese maples and conifers at the Flora farm.
Konnichiwa, y'all. I'm Matt. I'll be joining you on this. There's some amazing plants in the ground here, some absolute showstoppers. I think you guys are going to enjoy seeing some full-size specimens. We're going to talk to you a little bit about them, give you a little info on these trees, but just kind of let the trees talk for themselves. Now, here's one of my all-time favorites, guys. Here is Acer truncatum Super Dragon. Now, you know that one being the golden yellow. We actually have this one in production. I know a lot of people are waiting on this one to come to MrMaple, and it's definitely getting pretty close.
I know Keith Johansson's going to love it when we can finally start giving him some royalties on this one, because this one is a showstopper. Everyone's going to want it. It's one of those trees that just gives you that bright yellow in the garden on an Acer truncatum, and the Shantung maples are extremely easy to grow, and this yellow color is just very special and unique that you don't find in any of the other Acer truncatums.
Some nice specimens here. Really the best truncatum. And there's a lot of cool truncatums, but this is one of the most diverse traits, in truncatums so far. And I just love it. I think it's one of those plants that it's special. It stands out from a lot of the others. It's got that it factor for sure. And I know the collectors are waiting for this one mail order. So it's coming, guys.
Yeah, Acer truncatum Super Dragon can get some orange color in the new growth, contrasts well with that yellow on the older growth. And that just makes this tree just shine, especially out there in the sun. This tree is going out there in full sun in Gaston, Oregon, just thriving and just being a beacon of yellow color.
You get some amazing oranges on this one in the spring as well, and the durability factor is off the charts.
Here at Flora Farm, there are lots of Japanese maples, all different types, just giving a beacon of color. And that's one of the things that's awesome about this farm is there are so many plants from the rarest corners of the world.
Oh man, Talon's been collecting for 50 plus years on Japanese maples, and so many interesting ones.
I mean, when you see the burgundies playing off of the yellows, off of some of the green evergreens, it's something that just continues to draw interest. And I mean, you can walk around and look at so many amazing plants that are just continually putting on some just amazing color. This one, Acer palmatum peve starfish, is just really giving a good texture out there in the garden with that cup down leaf where it gets the name of starfish.
One of the larger specimens of this I've ever seen. Really nice and underrated for fall color. I mean, that spring color is nice right now, but you get a really nice picked up pink cherry red on this one in the fall. Just a beautiful tree. I think a lot of people have really moved to this one. Trompenberg's still a great plant, but this one kind of gives you a smaller factor for that. So a lot of people are looking for that smaller area garden. It's kind of like the fire glow of the Trompenbergs out there.
Now, if you have a new growth during the summer that's a little bit flatter, don't worry. Next year on peve starfish, that will cut down. Sometimes vigorous new growth in the summer can just be a little more flat than normal.
So many amazing plants. I mean, it got out here in the springtime. It's really fun to see all the different diverse colors.
And that's the thing about here is you can just walk from one tree to another and enjoy just nonstop beauty of so many amazing selections. I just love this yellow colors we're walking up. You can definitely see some just bright, intense colors here. Looks like we've got Acer palmatum summer gold right here, a selection by Ghirardelli Nursery in Italy. It's a Acer shirasalum X palmatum. It's listed as a palmatum, but the seeds actually point upwards on it, and it's a bright cherry red by late fall, showing over top of this bright yellow. Super intense, and one of my favorite Japanese maples.
Always impressed with the sun tolerance on summer gold. I mean, where we're filming this is in zone 8. Now, they get a lot of rainfall in Oregon, so it's a mild zone 8 for sure. But I've seen this in zone 8 Atlanta, still looking amazing and a good bit of sunlight. So I'm always super impressed with this for a yellow. It's one of my recommendations for sure for a smaller yellow for a sunny spot. It's one of those can't miss plants for that.
And it's just one of those plants that fits in a small space, 6-8 foot in 10 years. Great tree to pair out there with fire glow just to give you intense colors that play off each other and always look beautiful in your garden. Here we've got Acer palmatum Kamagata, a super durable selection by J.D. Vertrees, who wrote the book on Japanese maples.
Yeah, I love this one in the early spring, those purple borders to it. Sun tolerance is off the charts. This is a particularly old specimen, and typically 6 to 7 foot even in 10 years. But when you get some of these older ones, you can get a little bit more height to them. Love that curled approach it has to it. Such a cool plant and kind of underrated, I think, in the trade. I mean, JD Vertrees recommend this for rock gardens, so the durability factor is off the charts here as well.
Yeah, I mean, it has those sickle-like leaves, and the name Kamagata actually means sickle shape, the shape of a sickle. So you think of those big scythes that people use for cutting grass, that's where it gets its name. This is a compact, slow-growing, super durable form that really is underutilized and needs to be used more in the garden.
Love these moonrise. I mean, there's some moonrise over here. I get out here every spring and photograph these and take some videos of them. There's a grove of them, so there's about 8 to 10 moonrise kind of in this one section near each other. And man, when you get those all glowing in that spring color, that apricot new growth, that yellow older growth, really just blows me away. I mean, you can get lost in them. I mean, you want a perfect garden, just plant you about 8 moonrise together and just enjoy that glow.
Yeah, I mean, moonrise is a selection by our friend Carl Munn, and it's one of the best Chirosonums that's ever been introduced. Its heat tolerance and durability is off the charts for us here in the South, and it's been an easy tree for many of our customers to grow in a more sunlight condition where autumn moon couldn't handle. The intensity colors on moonrise I believe to be superior than autumn moon, and just continually puts on multi-colors, which make this specimen really beautiful all throughout the year, spring, summer, and then in the fall you get some really nice yellows.
The moonrise tends to round out like that, really get that round, dense shape to it. There's a few more in the back here. Now, I believe these pines we're looking at are actually Kotobuki.
And we're going up to Acer macrophyllum Mocha Rose.
I love Mocha Rose too. Look at that color.
Mocha Rose is a specimen that just gives you some just amazing salmon pinks in the early spring, that rose color where it gets its name. The big leaf maple is native and indigenous to the Pacific Northwest, and this is perhaps one of the most colorful selections of Acer macrophyllum, the big leaf maple.
Oh, I love it. This one's fun. Really gets out there, gets big, but the colors are intense. That early spring color kind of gets a malting to it. Just keeps changing throughout the summer. It's kind of a great plant, especially in the Pacific Northwest. This is such a fun one being a native out there.
Now, Acer macrophyllum poses some challenges when grown in the nursery condition because they're not a container plant. They don't like to be in a container long term, and so this is a tree that has to be sold at an early age and then planted in the ground. And here we have another Acer macrophyllum selection. This is a variegated selection called Sanium Snow. Sanium for a river and an area there in the Pacific Northwest, but the snow, because of that variegation, you see on each and every leaf of this Acer macrophyllum.
Fun pairing with Mocha Rose. Really beautiful. Talon's found quite a few macrophyllums with some differences over the years. We actually found a golden yellow form last time we were out there. We may be propagating as well. But really fun. I love the 3 of these together. There's a few other that really pair well and just kind of give you that interesting, diverse color. I mean, your typical color on this species is green. So to have a variegated and a pink one is pretty special.
I mean, I love the colors that some of these people are finding on some native selections. I mean, that's just a game changer for the industry because you can have a tree that looks like many of the natives, but then gives you some amazing ornamental qualities that can fit in that Japanese maple garden. Because that's really what we look for in woody ornamentals, and the Japanese maple garden is things that are diverse, unique, that stand out and add color and interest to make each garden really spectacular. And then here we've got a dense, compact Japanese maple.
Now this is a Lima Gold, which is a Dick Wolf introduction. I like to describe this one kind of as the small leaf Makawa. So think of this one kind of in that Makawa family, but with a dense habit and a small leaf to it. So pairs well with a lot of the other Makawa types. Great golden yellow fall color. And really, you get a little chartreuse yellow in the spring on the new growth. What it's known for is that golden yellow fall color and really small foliage.
Now, Lima Gold, may actually be pronounced Lima Gold because it's from Lima, Pennsylvania, according to Billy Schwartz. I've been so used to calling it Lima Gold that it's going to be hard for me to ever change that. But that compact form on this makes it so easy to use in a lot of landscapes. This was a seedling that Dick Wolf had that he actually had given Ed Shin, NJ Acer in Wall, New Jersey. And all of the trees in the trade came from Signwood from Ed's garden because he got it out there with the name that Dick Wolf had given him. This tree is a game changer, great for bonsai, and it has that Makawa-like effect, but with that smaller leaf that just makes that tree special. Now, this is a really cool Dawn River passing in quickly. That is Metasequoia Lightning. That is an awesome variegated selection by Talon Buck Holtz that I haven't seen many places in the trade. And everywhere you turn, there's just more cool plants here at Flora Farm. I mean, everywhere there's just something with intensity that's just picking up, that's just beautiful and just stands out.
I believe what we have here is Dragon's Fire, Tim.
Yeah, and Dragon's Fire is an ornatum-like Japanese maple that gives you some orange-red color in the early spring. It's not your typical deep maroon that people are used to with red lace leaves. But in the fall, you get yellows, oranges, and reds infused all at the same time, and you get that multicolored effect. It gives the appearance of, like a dragon's breath of fire.
I like how this one get a little bit yellow stemming sometimes too on the new growth, and really kind of a yellowish eye to the pink red. Very colorful tree. Absolutely love it.
I love many of the trees in that ornatum-like family because they just help you diversify what you think of for a typical weeping lace leaf. It's not your typical red. It's not your typical green. You've got something that you can put out there as a third Japanese maple to play off your typical Tamukiyama or your waterfall. I love Hinotori Nishiki. It's one of those Japanese maples that can just give you some intense colors in the spring, where you just can get some just salmon pinks that are so bright and resilient. This is a selection by our good friend Dick Vandermaat in Holland, and it was a sister seedling to Phoenix with just some intense color. Many Japanese maples that have this foliage interest that can give you just this bright, intense spring color. Think of it as like a flower. You have azaleas in your garden, or you may have camellias or something that have a bloom season. And in the springtime, right when Hinotori Nishiki is leafing out, that's what you have. You've got this bloom season where you can really enjoy just that intense color in that early spring time frame. Hinotori Nishiki can just give you just this intensity that's just unreal, and one of the brightest colors that you can have in the garden in that spring time frame.
Here we have Acer Pictum Usugumo, which is a lovely selection of batwing maple. Love that big foliage on it. that creamy white variegation it gets to. It's really cool. You just get this fun swirling in it. So unique. Sometimes out here in Oregon, this one even gets a completely pale white, this specific plant. Absolutely love it. Super interesting, though. It does get kind of big. I mean, ours is probably getting in that 15-foot range here now at MrMaple, so it can get to be a larger tree, but one of my all-time favorites for color and leaf structure. I absolutely love the way the leaf looks on this one. So different, so unique, and it really just captivates the imagination, I think.
Now, what's so interesting is when this tree first unfurls, you actually get some just like coral color, and then that turns white, which is unique that something that's coral can then turn white out there in the garden. Now, guys, thanks for jumping in today's video. We appreciate y'all checking out this awesome video of Flora Farm and all these amazing, cool selections.
Take care.
God bless.
Have a great day.